What's up, everybody? Well, I got another FIREBAT mini PC gameplay video for you guys today. And today we're going to try out this game called Where Winds Meet. Now, it's a freebie, but it's got pretty decent graphics, and it seems pretty interesting for being a freebie. So I'll definitely give it a shot once I'm done making the videos for you guys. But so far, what I've learned is the minimum spec machines you're pretty much going to have to play at 720p and low to even have a chance at staying above 30. This thing might just not be able to at all. It looked like this thing was kind of a VRAM hog. I mean, I can't even complain for free. The fact that it's not like a complete stuttery mess all the time, no matter what settings, is great. Except for on the Steam Deck, but that thing was like so far below minimum spec, not even funny. But funny enough, it's still got similar max frame rates as the Allies and whatnot, but it just dropped down into the 20s and stuff, much like the Lenovo did, so that might be a DMOS limitation of some kind. I'm not sure. Either way, as soon as this is done transferring, it's a 100 gig game too, so it's not a small game. But hey, again, free. So luckily for you guys, you don't have to wait, so let's go jump in, have a look at the settings, and we'll go from there. Well, OBS did not want to cooperate with this game, but that's okay. We're just going to start off at full screen, 1080p. It'll probably go very poorly. Just because it did on all the rest of the... You're supposed to be 81, there we go. Alright though, why don't we go hop into the game, see how it does. If it's going to be like 12, 15 FPS, we'll just play for like a minute and some change, and then move on until we can finally get some playable FPS, if we can. So, let's get into the game. Well, no surprise, we're getting in the teens. At least in this town area, but you are going to go to these kind of things, and this one isn't even a big one. This is like a temple with like a few people gathering around it. But yeah, completely unplayable. What? It's probably the... Well, the other ones did bad too, but I think they were in the 20s, not in the teens like this. I don't have any more endurance. Alright, well, this is unplayable, and we got about a minute, so I'd say it's about time to tone those graphics down, and let's hope for a little better at medium and 900p settings, but I still don't think we're going to go from 14 all the way up to like 30 plus. But hey, let's stay positive, and let's go see. So now we'll drop it down to 900p. Balanced graphics quality, which is their version of medium. And there we go. That is the bottom. So let's hop in and hope it can do a little bit better. I'm guessing probably in like the low 20s to like high teens. Hey, let's go see. Well, yeah, around 1918. Definitely not no playable FPS yet. And it might just not be possible on this thing. This thing might just not have enough VRAM or something else that this game needs. Because there were lots of spots that the other things were dropping down into the high 20s. And the Lenovo dropped down into the 20s. Even when we dropped it down to 800p in all low settings. So. But hey, I wasn't expecting a whole lot out of this one in this game. Heck, I kind of figured it was going to tell me, hey, you only have 4 gigs of VRAM. We're not even going to let you play. Or if they do, they're going to say, hey, this is going to be very subpar. Are you sure? Hey, it's daytime. Anyway though, let's try putting it down to 720p and low, and hopefully we can at least get like 30-ish FPS and have somewhat playable FPS. Because this just ain't it. So now 720p. And then let's put this down a little bit, down to 71, just like the Steam Decks did and all that, just to keep it fair. And that's what we did on the Allies as well, if I remember correctly. But alright, let's hop in and see if we can at least get playable-ish FPS now. Well, alright, here we are back in the game. And while it may look a lot more jaggedy and not as impressive, we can actually get playable FPS now. For now. I don't know if it's going to be everywhere. There could be spots like just like on the Lenovo where we drop down to the 20s or something. But so far, none of the other Windows machines did that when I got down to this. They'd get down to like 28, 27 or something like that, but hey, let's go and run over to this real quick before we go and run and explore anywhere else. Because I think over here is where it was doing it. Now this one also has access to way more power, but it lacks VRAM, so it's kind of an interesting thing. Yeah, see, in this area the Lenovo was getting like in the 20s at 800p low settings, same rendered scale thing. Obviously it's going to end up being different since they're different base resolutions, but yeah, this is doing a little bit better. Although I'd say this one's doing more stutters. But I think we're still almost out of. I think we're out of VRAM, and anytime you see it do that, I think that's it. Hopping over and plopping it into the system, like SSD as page file. Unless they changed how all that works. That's how it used to work. When you ran out of VRAM, it started using your, at the time, hard drive. But now we can say M.2 or SSD. I just call it M.2 because almost all my systems just have M.2s now. The only one that doesn't is my TV PC, which just has a bunch of my parts from my old main PC, which did have a 4 terabyte SATA and a couple other things. I think, no, there was two, yeah. There was one SATA that was 4, and then I had a 4 terabyte M.2. Since I was creating a lot of stuff on there, I wanted to have extra space. I wished I could have gone with a super fast PCIe 5 8 terabyte drive, but they didn't exist when I built this thing. They do now, but I ain't tearing that thing apart just for that. No way. If it's working, leave it alone. That's what I'm going to do with computers from now on. Dust them, and that's about it. And that doesn't require making videos. I already made some how to dust PC videos and whatnot in the past. That's the kind of thing where it doesn't really change no matter what you get. You gotta dust it and take care of it, or it's gonna overheat and do bad. Oh yeah. There's some pretty gnarly stutters. But hey, some people can deal with that. They don't care. So since we could barely get any footage on the other things, we're gonna get ourselves a decent amount of footage here. I don't know if I'm going to find anybody to fight or do anything cool, but we're still going to run around and just see what's what. And see if it crashes or does anything else goofy. Now, it is not exactly a looker anymore once you do this on a big old screen like this, but if you were playing on a smaller screen, it wouldn't look as bad. I don't think too many people are going to be playing with a system like this on a big old TV like this anyway. And if they do, they're going to know it's going to be kind of subpar up close like this, but some people would be sitting farther back than this, so maybe it wouldn't look so bad to them.
Young master.
But to me and my really good vision, this looks pretty terrible. But it's playable.
We're closing soon. Just a bit of... Try our honey pear balls. Soothes the throat. Get them before the sun.
She did say honey pear balls. She got to get some of those honey pear balls. Yeah, I can't sing like Chef from South Park, so he'd always sing about his chocolate salty balls. That shit was great. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of think they did Chef dirty, just kind of turning him into a pedophile and killing him off, but then I learned like what they put that character through and everything, and I guess they always had a falling out. But it's a he said, she said situation, so I don't know who the hell's telling the truth, but I'd rather trust the voice actor dude over the big corporation any day, but that doesn't always mean it's right. Is there something in here? It's the craft machine? I can craft? Fuck yeah, I should have known that. Almost any game like this lets you craft and cook too, probably. Hell yeah. And more crafting. And Liang? I'm so bad at pronouncing every like freaking name from everything all the time. It's Butter! What's up, Butter? Can I feed him anything?
Where did this mangy dog come from? How could this be? Never mind.
You didn't take anything out of our tent, did you?
Hmm?
Huh. So it seems that I'm the thief now. Not really. Finders keepers. Oh. So I can't pet the Shiba? Well, that's lame. Oh. Herbs. Oh, on a pot. Can I break this? I can, but there was nothing in it. Oh, see, there's another chest there. I figured I haven't found all of them yet.
Young wanderer, I have something valuable here. Look.
Ooh, is it inside? Yeah, I probably missed a bunch of those before, too. I wasn't not pressing that button on any other systems. I just didn't notice it. Anything cool in here? Yep.
Savory lovers, don't miss out on this stew meat I made.
Young master.
Yeah, so far this one's hit the highest FPS. For a split second, it hit 60, but it hit it. And so far it has not done what the Lenovo did and dropped down in the 20s yet. Just from going into a town. But, unfortunately, it does seem to suffer from more big old stutters. So, on all the minimum specs, under minimum spec stuff, you gotta pick your poison, I guess. You wanna deal with giant stutters like that and have decent-ish frame rates? Or do you want to deal with 30-40 FPS on the Allies? Or do you want to have like this kind of FPS now on the Lenovo, but then all of a sudden you go into a town and it drops down to 20 FPS? Even though that thing's CPU is technically more powerful than this one. Wonder what happened here to turn everybody stoned. Did like Medusa come? Although what the heck would be Medusa in this particular people's mythology? I just don't know. I'm sure there's something that would turn people to stone. There's almost always something in like almost every culture that can do that. Oh yeah. Alright, I remember. I already gave you pets. What was that? Ah! Yeah, I'm so used to like playing the Souls games, especially Elden Ring. So when you go online, almost everything on the damn floor, like at least 80% of it is just like finger trod butthole over and over again. It's still funny, but oh shit, are you all mad? Are you a hater? I think this guy might be a hater. I don't have those yet. Alright, cool. So it's not like horrible when you get into a battle. I was hoping to get into a little scuffle. You look like a bad guy too. How are you? Oh yeah. I think with that, we shall end the video. Alright guys, that is a wrap for Where Wins Me on the FIREBAT Mini PC, and no surprise it was not very playable at 1080p or at 900p medium. You really gotta go with 720p and aggressive upscaling on this one, and it actually kind of did the best out of all of them, except if you can deal with the stutters. It had more stutter than pretty much all of them, besides maybe the Steam Deck, but that one wasn't because of a VRAM limitation. This one I think keeps on hitting the page file, and anytime you see a big old stutter, I think that's it, because I didn't see stuff like that on the Allies even though I was getting less FPS. So just throwing that out there. So none of the mid-range stuff, or under mid-range, well under. I was gonna say under minimum spec, but for some reason said mid-range. A lot of people would start over and edit that out, but not me. I don't really care that much about that. We're not trying to do anything super professional here. We're just trying to help people out, show them how systems run games. It's just a fun little hobby for me. But in any case though, that is all for this video. I'm kind of excited to see what a higher end PC can do, but that's next. We're gonna try out that small form factor PC sitting next to it. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.